Garlinghouse is bullish on the crypto market. He's even given a 2026 price prediction. We'll also talk XRP price ourselves. We got some spot ETF news for XRP, along with ETF news for SUI.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Getting closer, but we're not there just yet. We've got a mix of, well, it's mostly red with a little bit of green sprinkled in there, but let's be real here, it's mostly red. Sale on aisle, sale on sailor. There we go. Now, before we get into the crypto news, like the hot XRP juice I got for you, I do your comments. Why? Well, because even when you do a third video of the day, because there's juicy news 24/7, you the viewer matter most. Test Pilotician says all that red just means sale on aisle 5, right? Now, I would say aisle 5, aisle 4, aisle 3. I mean, almost the entire store is on sale, except for a few stragglers out there, but I get exactly what you're saying. Samuel says, howdy, Klaus. I always listen to your content. I literally never have time to watch. I listen via earbuds at work. Oh, for those of you that listen and don't watch, is the news still coming across very clear and understandable? You don't have the visuals to work with, but sometimes you just got to do shit in the dark. Lori Watson's hanging out with us. Says, I had cupcakes for breakfast. Like actual cupcakes. About 4 cups of coffee and some chips. That's what I think about XRP. Well, to be honest with you, Lori, I'm pretty jealous. I'm trying to get ready for a race. It means I have to be a good noodle. I can't be having cupcakes and, geez, 4 cups of coffee. I'd be peeing left and right. Stay cool, Lori. Bitcoin 92,221. We got a little bit of a sale here, but it's not low enough for me. Hey, Bitcoin at 92,000. I was just getting that stuff like way cheaper. ETH at 31. No, I'm only gonna buy it under 3. XRP, where we're at, this is friend zone level right here at 209. HBAR, I mean, we're getting closer to my trigger zone, but the reality is I might even get more greedy. And I'm going to be moving some of my own assets, the ones that are kind of boring, kind of going sideways or barely going up. I'm going to move them into something else. I think it's time to reposition because the world is changing. The SEC approves first 2 times leverage SUI ETF enhancing regulated exposure. Altcoin season, you ask? Wait, what? Did you just jump back and forth? I did. Why? Because altcoin season isn't happening. But ETF season is. Here's one for you. 2x leverage SUI ETFs launched by 21 shares and approved by the U.S. SEC offers investors twice the daily performance of the SUI blockchain token without direct ownership. Now, some of you are going to be asking, bro, how is the SEC doing this? Because isn't it the CFTC that's supposed to be regulating crypto? ETFs are securities. It doesn't matter if those ETFs are of gold. It doesn't matter if they're of crypto. It doesn't matter if they're whatever. Those ETF products are securities. So you can have ETFs of commodities, but the ETFs can be securities. Anyone into the SUI action, looking at the price action for SUI? And yeah, macros still rule the roost. I've got the chart for the last couple month-aronies up on the screen, and it's not been the best. Or is it a discount? I mean, that's what this is all about right now, right? We're looking at the prices going, is this a good deal? I mean, is BNB at 900 a good deal? XLM at 25 cents? No, I won't buy XLM. SUI a good deal at 165. ADA at 44. No, I won't get ADA either. But some of our faves are getting there, and zooming out, the price looks pretty good. The problem is, we're hoping that the United States government gets shit done. By the way, that's the SUI chart if you zoom out. So you can see this most recent pumperoni with the election. Homegirl is erasing lots of it. Now, Brad Garlinghouse is excited, and he's giving us our price prediction. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse expects BTC to hit 180,000 next year. Basically saying that BTC is going to double in price. Does that mean we're going to get doubles across the board? Does that give us $4 XRP, 1,800 BNB, 6,000 ETH? I mean, or does BTC just run away with it? See, I think the alts have a lot of room to run, especially if we get regs. If we don't get regs, BTC runs. If the alts get regs, I think the alts are going to have its day. Then the altcoin season is actually going to be sexy yet again. Bitcoin will be trading at 180,000 by the end of 2026. At least that's when CEO Brad Garlinghouse predicted on stage at Binance Blockchain Week. I've got the video right here. I don't know, play it because I'll leave it for you if you want to play it. I'm going to give them credit. It's all linked in the description below. Though he didn't provide specific reasons for the prediction, the Ripple frontman shared that continued regulatory progress in the U.S. will be a catalyst for the entire crypto market. But we gotta get it, though. And I'll be honest with you, that's behind my entire thesis right now. That's exactly why I'm moving a lot of funds, because there's a lot of big political people tied into crypto, and they gotta get their gains too, right? So maybe Daddy will get his as well. Think the Trump family is all into cryptos. Think he gets some regs, make his family get some more money? What Brad said. We've been championing regulatory clarity for crypto broadly in what is generally called the Clarity Act in the United States. Sometime in the first half of next year, we'll see passage of legislation that will continue to unlock and create more tailwinds for the entire industry. So Brad is saying, look, first half of 2026. Most of the people in the Senate are saying the first quarter of 2026. But Brad's bullish and optimistic, and so am I. My biggest conviction for this whole play is that you have a lot of political people on both sides of the aisle, but mostly Republican. Let's be fair, it's mostly Republican support, that are pro-crypto. They have a vested interest for their own shit to be worth a lot. So that is why I am moving different assets around. I'm dumping a whole bunch of things that aren't moving. Slabs. I just put up 11 slabs today, right? These 11 slabs. I got them put up, already up for auction. Some of them are up 20%. Some of them are up like 50, 60%. I don't care about any of them, though. Some of them are duplicates. I mean, some of them are boring things that I just got on a deal, and now I know I can make some money on it. Gone. Gonna use those to buy something juicy, buy something that I want. What's on your list of things juicy to buy and want? XRP spot ETFs are apparently what's on people's list, because we've got almost $1 billion of inflows in 13 straight days of them. Good, yes. But zoom out these 13 days, and they've really sucked price-wise, which really sucks. But people are excited about this stuff. Since launching on November 14th, spot XRP ETFs have attracted steady investment, according to CoinDesk. These funds drew $50 million in new capital on Wednesday alone. That brings the net inflows to almost $900 million, with a total trading volume of $31 million. Ooh, man. The ETF inflow streak positions XRP among the fastest growing crypto asset vehicles, highlighting growing liquidity and acceptance in traditional markets. I think that's all well and good. If you're into these ETFs, dude, that's awesome. I had an opportunity a bit ago to enter at some decent prices, and I was like, nah. I'd rather buy the native token. But, I mean, there's players out there that love the ETF news, so I got to bring it to you, right? Why it matters, XRP's strong debut follows trends seen across other crypto ETFs. Spot Solana ETFs have accumulated more than $600 million. Again, the price is based on bigger macros. Meanwhile, BTC and ETH ETFs continue to dominate the market. We get that. But it also brought them some stability, which would be nice. And I would love to see a bit more stability with XRP. Yeah, we're getting back to that $2 zone. That zone that we played all right back here. This is we're teasing you with reg zone, but you might not get them. That's where we're at right here, right? Think about that. The play from March all the way through to July was what? Right around that $2 zone. And then July, what happened? Oh, it was crypto week. See, no, not Shark Week on Discovery Channel. You know where the people go in the cages and then the sharks go chompy after them? Yeah, no. This is a different week. This was crypto week. That's all of a sudden when the market started roaring here in July. So now we go back to that same friend zone price. If we could get some juice from the Senate and from the regs, we might get another rally. So maybe this is our chance to gobble up some stuff here before we get another crypto week. Because you've got two different subcommittees in the Senate this month that are going to be upvoting crypto regs, and they're going to build a big bill out of it, and then they're going to vote on it in the Senate, and then they're going to send that shit over to the House. When? Garlinghouse thinks first 6 months. Most of the people in the Senate say first couple months. Either way, that's what the catalyst right now is for the market. So that's my play. And my play jumps on top of that, saying that there's some very important families that are big into crypto that have a lot of power and a lot of control right now. It would be in their best financial interest to pump those bags, right? I think it makes sense. So Garlinghouse is pumped. And basically he's saying that the market is going to 2x sometime in 2026 with the passage of regs. And I got to lean in there with them and say, yeah, I think that's going to be a juicy catalyst for the market. So again, that's why I am getting rid of a lot of stuff that I just really don't want, selling off a bunch of slabs, and I'm going to use it to buy some stuff that's going to be super, super juicy. The Trump family's big into crypto. We got a Republican bunch of them into crypto. Some Democrats are into crypto too. And, well, I mean, Elizabeth Warren won't get any of that juice, but that's her loss, right? So that's why I'm going heavier into this. That's why I'm moving things around. And don't do what I do. I'm just telling you what I do because, like, I give you the news, but I'm telling you what I'm doing with the news. I'm getting ready for a bigger play here in crypto. I've been buying more lately, and I got to be honest with you. If we get a little short-term pumperoni with some regaronis, could make for some really good 2026 action. Until the meantime, it's sale on aisle 5, and I don't know. Santa Claus would rather give gifts of higher prices to make green for people's accounts rather than lower prices where you could buy more. But then again, if you buy more, you get the green. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking it too. So choo what? Well, let's see what happens here on the 10th because that's when Jerome Powell and the Fed do the rate cut announcement. Let's see if we get the Senate subcommittee upvotes to happen. And, of course, the sign has been saying it behind me the whole time. It is, yep, choo bitches.